Good morning, children. 10th standard. This chapter we are going to do from ML Agarwal and not from this RS Agarwal, because in ML Agarwal it's given very systematically. You'll be able to grasp easily. Okay, so we are following ML Agarwal for this chapter. Remaining chapters I'll keep on telling you which book to follow for which chapter. Okay. Now here equation of the line, the first type is y is equal to mx plus c, where m stands for the slope and c stands for the y-intercept. Slope, how we calculate? Slope is the inclination of the line, tangent of that. The inclination of the line is given with the positive direction of x-axis taking anti-clockwise. Like suppose this is the line. So we start from the positive x-axis and till the line. This is your inclination angle. Always we start from positive, not from this side. From this side the positive, and we move anti-clockwise to get to the line. Okay. Then tangent of this inclination, that gives you the slope. Then after that y-intercept, what does that mean? As many units are cut by the line on the y-axis, like the line meets y-axis here, suppose, and it is cutting 2 units, so y-intercept is 2. So according to the questions further when we do, it will be clear to you. So when you get the slope and intercept, then after that we substitute in this equation to get the equation of the line. This is the general form: y is equal to mx plus c, where m is the slope and c is the y-intercept. So we substitute and we get the equation of the line. Second type is when slope is given and one point is given. When slope and one point is given, you can do with this method also. The first method which we have done, we can do this with this method also. How? Just see, like y is equal to mx plus c and slope is given to us and the line passes through this point. So that point we substitute and slope we substitute 4, and we get the value of c as minus 8. So here substituting all the 3 values, we get c as minus 8. So we have slope and y-intercept both. Now we substitute in the given equation of the line to get the final equation: y is equal to 4x minus 8. This is your second type. Now I am coming to the exercise. Just see, find the slope of the line whose inclination is 45. So how do we find the slope of the line? That is tangent 45, slope is 1, tangent 30, slope is 1 over under root 3. Similarly, find the inclination. Now here they are asking you the inclination whose slope is 1. The opposite, the converse they are just asking you. Like they have given you gradient is also the slope, whose slope is 1. We have to find the inclination. Slope is 1 means tan of an angle is 1. So that means theta is equal to 45. Tangent of an angle is 1. So theta is equal to 45 degrees. Fine. Then similarly, slope is under root 3. Tangent theta is equal to under root 3. So theta, we know it is 60 degrees, and so on. Inclination we can calculate. This third and fourth, just wait. We'll do it later, because now you'll be confused otherwise. Again parallel third, fourth, fifth, just wait. Now we are coming to sixth question. Find the equation of the line. Slope and y-intercept both are given. So just see here, slope and y-intercept both are given. First part, first part, like slope is 3 and y-intercept is minus 5. So we can find out the equation. Y is equal to mx. In place of m, I write 3x plus c. So plus minus 5, that is minus 5. This is the equation of the line where slope and y-intercept both are given. So we get y is equal to 3x minus 5. Now similarly, I am taking up the third part. It is slope is under root 3 and y-intercept they have given minus 4 by 3. So again y is equal to mx, so that is under root 3x plus c. So minus 4 over 3. Here you can take the LCM to make it in systematic. 3 under root 3x minus 4 upon 3 is y. So 3y is equal to 3 under root 3x minus 4. This is your equation of the line. Similarly, in the fourth part, inclination is 30. So slope will be tan 30, that is 1 over under root 3. So m here is 1 over under root 3, c is 2, and we can simplify. Okay, now here the seventh question, they say find the slope and the intercept, y-intercept. See how we have to do this. First, second, third parts are the same. I am taking up the third part. It is 3x plus 5y plus 7 is equal to 0. Find the slope and y-intercept. Now first, when we have to find the slope and y-intercept, we convert it in the general form. General form is minus 7 minus 3x y is equal to minus 7 minus 3x upon 5. So that is minus 7 upon 5 minus 3 upon 5x. In the general form, we write y is equal to minus 7 over 5 minus 3 over 5x. Okay. So there you get it as y is equal to minus 3x upon 5 minus 7 upon 5. This, the term with x I have written first, and this later. Minus 3x upon 5 minus 7 upon 5. Now this, if I compare with y is equal to, this if I compare with y is equal to mx plus c, this if I compare with y is equal to mx plus c, so what we get, m is equal to minus 3 by 5 and c is equal to minus 7 by 5. So we get m and c. Okay, m and c both we get. Then after this, the fourth part, again fourth part you can do. I am taking up fifth part. Fifth is y minus 3 is equal to 0. Now y minus 3 is equal to 0, that means y is equal to 3. And if I have to write it in the standard form, so it is y is equal to 0x plus 3. So slope here is 0 and y-intercept is 3. Slope is 0, y-intercept is 3. Now similarly, sixth part, x minus 3 is equal to 0, so that means x is equal to 3. Now if you remember, x is equal to 3 line was like this. This is x is equal to 3 line. Now if we take its slope, x is equal to 3 line, its inclination with the positive direction of x-axis, so that is 90 degrees. The inclination of this line, because it's a perpendicular line with x-axis, that is 90 degrees. So therefore tangent of 90, the slope is infinity, which is not possible. Okay, so slope is not defined here, slope not defined, and y-intercept is again 0. Reason, because this is not cutting y-axis. Y-intercept is the point where the number of units where the line cuts the y-axis. Now this line is not cutting the y-axis, that means y-intercept is 0. Okay, so in this case y-intercept is 0. Then after that, 8th question is the same. Coming to 9th question, the given figure represents y is equal to x plus 1. Y is equal to x plus 1 is one line, this line is given, and the other line is given, y is equal to under root 3x minus 1. Two lines are given. One is y is equal to x plus 1, other line is y is equal to under root 3x plus 1. Now here in this case, slope is 1, c is 1, y is equal to mx, m is 1 here, and c even is 1. In this case, m is under root 3, c is 1. Okay. Now they say write down the angles. If slope is 1, I can say tan theta is 1, so theta is 45. If slope is under root 3, so tan 60 is under root 3, tan theta is under root 3, so theta is equal to 60. We can calculate. They say find the inclination. So that means in this, this line is making an angle of 60 degrees. This line is making an angle of 45 degrees. Fine. Now we have to find theta from here. This angle is 60, this is 45, this theta we have to calculate. Now this theta plus 45 is 60 because exterior angle is sum of interior opposite angles. So therefore we can calculate theta, which is 15 degrees. Okay, theta is 15 degrees. Now coming to 10th question, these I am just going to explain you, just listen here. Find the value of P given that this passes through the line this. Whenever, remember this, a line passes through this point, always means substitute. I repeat, whenever the line passes through the given point, it means substitute the point. Simply substitute the point. So what you have to do here? Substitute x and y, so you will get the value of P. Similarly, 11th question, given that this lies on this line, so substitute this point here. That means in place of x you have to write a, in place of y you will substitute 2a and solve for a. 12th question, the graph of the equation y is equal to mx plus c passes through these 2 points. Determine the values of m and c. Now see what you have to do. In the 12th question, they have given you y is equal to mx plus c. It passes through 2 points, 1, 4 and minus 2, minus 5. So what you can do, it passes through this. Passing means, as I told you just now, substitute. First I substitute 1, 4. So 4 is equal to x as 1 I substitute plus c. This is your first equation. Then second point is minus 2, minus 5. So x is minus 2, y is minus 5. So here minus 5 is equal to minus 2m plus c. Solving simultaneously, we can get the value of m and c. After getting m and c, substitute in y is equal to mx plus c, only the values of m and c, then you will get the equation of the line. Okay. Y is equal to mx plus c, it passes through these 2 points. That means first point passes means substitute. Substitute this, you get the first equation. Substitute the second point, you get the second equation. After that, m and c, solving simultaneously, we get the value of m and c. Then y is equal to mx plus c, substitute m and c to get the equation. Now 13th question, they say find the equation of the line passing through this point and making the intercept of minus 3 on the y-axis. That means now the intercept is given minus 3. That means the value of c is given as minus 3 and 1 point is given. 13th and 14th are the same. They have given c is minus 3 and 1 point is given 2 minus 5. Listen very carefully. Here the same equation we are going to take. Y is equal to mx plus c. Now what all is given, you find out. C is given, x is given, y is given. X and y. All three you substitute. Minus 5 is equal to 2x minus 3. So minus 5 plus 3 minus 2 is equal to 2x. X is equal to, sorry, m should be here, 2m. So m is equal to 1. So slope we get here as 1. C is minus 3 already given. Now we substitute in y is equal to mx plus c. Y is equal to, slope is 1, x, c is this. So we get y is equal to x minus 3 is the equation of the line. Okay. So now this exercise you have to complete till 15th question. Till 15th question, each one have to do positively. Okay. Thank you, children.